Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Well, what a fun battle this should be. Washington and Dallas, traditional rivals, underway here on Thanksgiving Day. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the double. Black swap.
Williams being motioned left. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You talk about this Washington defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Needle blue. Claude Ray.
Now Lance throwing on second down. Pass incomplete. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
Trouble, 38. Drill green.
On first down, Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Cowboys at 9-1 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
6, 7. White.
Now Lance again. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Come on, set.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And Lance now to throw. He'll buy some time right. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Here's Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Lance looking to throw it. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
Okay, right? Hey, green. Ready.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Let's go.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career low. Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Howell down to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack.
And that's the first sack of this game. And how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Howell out of the shotgun. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson, 68 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Cowboys 10, Commanders 7.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set, ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
But ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
12, 10. Yellow.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Black ultra. Blue stripe. Let's go. Full set. Cut, cut.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Set.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. The receivers love it even more. Ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Yellow. Set, cut.
Play action, now it's Lance. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. 6-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. They run the jet sweep. Dotson. On this one, may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And it is caught. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball in his hands.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Once more, Gibson. And again, the run defense stopped this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Third and long. Here's Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. And that will knot us up at 10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Let's go now.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Well, the extra point up and good by Auburn. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Washington.
Now he'll look to throw it. And he will go down. The Cowboys sack. Howell try to get his offense to hurry up and get set. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. And Howell will throw it. Curtis Samuel working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Howell. A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates. The Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing here, Howell. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Bates. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. In the final seconds of the first. And the Commanders have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Ready, set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On the ball.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Off-play action. It's Howell. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Howell. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Howell. Throw left side, complete. That's Bates. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now Howell. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Bates. Touchdown, Washington. John Bates, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. And the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
4 yards on the pickup.
On play action, Lance. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Pollard gets it off the option. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a play fake. Lance. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Off of play action, here's Lance. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And he will bring this one back. An Interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Did those defenders...
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Set, punt.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Lance. That is caught by Lamb. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down. Working from the gun. Lance. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jamison Williams. 43 yards. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode, trying to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Here's Hal to throw on second down. That one downfield for Dotson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
This offense so far on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Slide for the PAT. Powell going to audible to something else. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 38, Cowboys 24.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Cycle.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Set, ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Black Ultra. Ready.
Here's Lance to throw it. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Brings up 3rd and 16.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Lance going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ready, ready. 22 needle. Needle blue. Go pink. Claws red. Green jack. Set.
Shotgun now for Lance. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys are back within a score. Aubrey good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93.
Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead now up to 14.
Commanders 45, Cowboys 31.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Smash,
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end. end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He finds his man, Pollard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Lance now on 1st down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
On the ready.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Mega. White. Slide blue. Set.
Lance looking to throw it. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
Let's go.
Here now, 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Down.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly a must. It's 1st and 10.
Blue striker. Fury. Yellow. Red. Yellow. Ready.
Now Lance. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Trey Lance, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score.
What we just saw there is definitely what the 49ers saw in him when they swung that big deal to move up to number 3 in the draft in 2021. He did run for 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns in his one full season in 2019 at North Dakota State.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he will have a Commander's 1st down, and that should just about do it. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A lot of bulk out there, as you might expect, on that D-line to try to stop the run on 2nd down. to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work.
Fix my cheek real quick. What you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm good on my hood like they call me the best. You back in my side, you gotta come and check in. After where get hectic, don't let me slide up on you, no electric. You hit them like it's Tetris. You felt the way and all you do is text and listen. I don't know why they mentioning beat. Run it back.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Run it back.